Jai Shri Krishna everyone. In this video, I will teach you operations on rows and columns in a data frame. So which type of operator you can use it in the data frame, like selection, deletion, addition and rename. How to select a row and column means access the data, row and column, delete the data, delete a row or column, add a row or column, rename a row or column. Selections of row or column, that one I already have taken in the one live sessions. You will go to the Pandas playlist unit 1 Data Handling Using Pandas. That playlist you will go and check it. Now we will see from this part how to add a new column to a data frame. How you can add it? Syntax is df object, then column name, df object column name equal to value. You can take two types. One is single value, means particular value. This one is telling particular value. Another one, multiple values. Multiple values means how much value you will take it. How much value? Just like now we are talking about column. So then length of row in the column, whenever we are taking whenever we are adding a new column, that times length of row, that much data we require. Whenever we are adding a row, that times what will do? Length of column, otherwise single value or particular value. We cannot write it two values. If your length of rows is 5 and you are writing only to the two values, then it will generate as a value error. Okay, we'll see. Easily add a new column to a data frame. Let's see. This is the one data frame has given adding the data of Preeti. Preeti's marks here is adding 89, 78 and 76. So it will come in the last of the data frame. It will add in the last. Whenever we'll add a row also, that one is also adding in the last, not in between. Okay. So like this you can add it. Just like here what is given, Preeti's marks as 3 values is given because 3 index is given. If we'll put it here in this 3 value places 71 value, then what happen in the Preeti's marks will in the one particular value in all the indexes. See, Ramit already this name has given. So whenever adding a column or adding a row, update a column or update a row, that times remember that if whatever column name or row name you are writing, if it is not present, just like df object, then I am writing here column name, and this column name is not present in the existing data frame, that it will add a column, means create a column. If already this column is available in the existing data frame, that times what happened, this value will update the column value. Just like Ramit is already here, so that is why it is update the values. Ramit values is here. Look at here, Ramit marks is 92, 81, 96. Now Ramit marks is 99, 98, 78 because Ramit column is already in the data frame. That's why. If you want to put it in this particular value, so the column name equal to particular value also you can put it. I already explained this one. Now add a row. Which formula we will take it? LOC method. Through the LOC method we can add a column also. I will show through the Python program also. First I am explaining these parts, then afterwards I will show the Python program also with example. Okay, so dot LOC, data frame object dot LOC, if you will write row name, so row name equal to value. I told that already, it has two types, particular value or multiple values. Okay, whenever we are talking about row, then what happened? Single or particular value, otherwise multiple value according to the total length of columns. Here we will check it as a column, total length of column, remember that. Okay, so through the LOC, and I told that already, through the LOC method you can add a column also. How? df dot LOC, then colon, put it your colon comma, then afterwards you write your column name equal to value. Then like this you can add and update the column also through the LOC function, and through the LOC functions you can add and update the row name also. If this row name is not present in the existing data frames, then what happen? It will add where? In the last it will add. If already it is there, then what happen? Update the value. Clear? Like this. Look at here, till Preeti's marks has given. What is the row level has given? Maths, Science and Hindi, 3 levels has given. So now check it here, English is present in the row level? No. So that is why what happened? It will add a row where? In the last. So Hindi's afterwards it will come English, and then this is the multiple values according to the length of column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns is there. So that is why 6 value is required. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Clear? So already existing index value, this method cannot be used. Yes, we cannot use it for duplicate index. If duplicate index is there, just like English already added, and again we are calling to the English, then what happens? It will update the value. We cannot create a new row. Now if you want to, through the particular value, look at here 0. So like this also possible. Then all the places it will come in the full row as a 0 marks only, all the columns. If you want to, in the whole data frame, you want to put it as a single value, then put it column df object dot LOC, then put it column no row name, no column name, equal to value. If you will put it 95. So all the data frames, every column and row 95 will generate. Look at here, df column only equal to 0, then whole data frame it will come to the single value. Here if you try to add a column with lesser value, okay, add a column with lesser value, then number of rows in the data frame, that means whenever you are adding a column, just like I want to add one more column A, and I am putting the value, 2 values, 2 and 3, then it is lesser than row, number of rows. Then what happens? It will generate a value error. Same things happens whenever we are adding a row. Look at here, add a row with the lesser value, then number of columns. So just like whenever English already given, so suppose I want to add SST I want to add, but column has given here how many? 6 columns has given, and I am putting here only 2 values. Then what happen? It will generate an error because rows data is lesser than number of columns. That is why value error will generate. So that times what we can do? We can put it as any single value, particular value for every column. Otherwise exact length of column will put the data. Now how to delete row or columns from the data frame? Remember that dot drop function. dot drop functions, we can delete a row and column from the data frame. Okay, so how, now listen, this drop command is deleting both row also, column also. So that is why how systems will understand that when it will delete row, when it will delete column. So that is why in the drop functions we will use it edges parameter. Edge is equal to 0, that is for row, and edge is equal to 1 for column. Remember that. Okay, so whenever if you want to delete a row, then we will write df object dot drop and then we will write what happened, just like here. Suppose I want to delete, so then row name comma edge is equal to 0. If you want to delete column name, df dot drop column name comma edge is equal to 1. Clear? Look it here. Delete the row with label signs. So in the signs subject, means signs marks, want to delete it. So signs, what will write? df means data frame object dot drop signs comma edge is equal to 0, and that one will update it. In the adding, no needed to take as an extra variable to storing, but whenever we will delete the data, delete the row or column, that times we have to store the value. Why? Because if you will not store the value, then your deleted data, it will delete, but it will show in the data frame everything. Deleted data also it will display. Okay, it will not delete from memory. Okay, so that is why, suppose if I had written df2 equal to df1 dot drop, then I have written here signs, okay, comma edge is equal to 0. If I write like this, then what happened? And now you call here print command, print df2. So then in the df2 your signs marks deleted, and then afterwards it will display just like this one. If we'll call df1, print df1, then what happened? Your existing with the signs marks also will become. Understood? Even we are dropping the command through the df1 only, then also, but where we are storing this after deleted data? In the df2. That is why. So that's why here has written result df in the same variable. So you can take it in the same variable also. In the same variables, means in the same data frame, we can update the data. Now, like this, for column labels, what will write? Edge is equal to 1, write in the column name. If you are using in the multiple columns name, so then in the list you have to write all the columns name, then comma outside, then write edge is equal to 1. Like this you can delete the columns or column. Now rename, through the rename function, dot rename functions, you can change the name of row labels also and column labels also. Now tell me that rename is also single functions to rename the row and column. So that is why here also, just like in the drop function is what is doing that. Dot drop is also delete both the labels, row and columns. So then that is why we are using what? Axis 0, axis parameter, and axis 1, 0 for row and 1 for column. So here also we will use it in the rename function also, we will use it edges equal to index means row, index for row, always remember that. Okay, and edges equal to columns. Okay, edges equal to index, that means in the row labels name you want to change it. If you will write edges equal to columns, then what happened? Column names will change, rename it. So this is our existing data frame. Now come here, dot rename in the dictionary. So dictionary, you know that key with value pairs will come, key with value. So in the key place, what will write? In the old row name, then new row name, old column name, okay, and then new column name. Understood? So like this, in the dictionary we will write it, and edges now tell me that it is key value pair. So that is why after closing the dictionary, then we will write edge is equal to columns or index. Columns or index. Look at here. Maths, change the name to sub 1, science to sub 2, English to sub 3. So look at here, sub 1, sub 2, sub 3, and then Hindi to sub 4. If any row name, here changing as a row name, x is equal to index as data. If any row label name, if you are not writing as a rename place, so then what happened? It will left as it is. Just like suppose Hindi is, I don't want to update this one, don't want to rename, then what happened? Hindi will come as it is. Clear? Look at here, English just like here, maths has changed, science has changed, Hindi has changed, no English. So that is why English will remain same. Now renaming a column, and the same method, just only x is equal to columns we will write. Then it will change the name of column. Same things here also. If any column names did not change, that means you are not giving any another name, so then what happened? It will remain same. Now we will see through the Python how it will work. File, new file. So now write it, import pandas as pd. Clear? Now we'll take dictionary of list, means marks with so data frame dictionary of list. Clear? So dictionary of list means what happened? First dictionary bracket will come, then afterwards list. So now df1 equal to pd dot data frame bracket open and closed, then curly braces for dictionary. Then here if I will write as a column name as it is of the NCERT, it will follow. So Arnav has written, Arnav column value 90, 91, 97, 90, 91, 97. First column done. Now second column, Arnav, afterwards Ramit has given. Ramit (92, 81, 92, 81, 96). Okay, second has given. Then third, I will take Ria. Colon. Then Ria's marks 81, 71, 67. 81, 71, 67. Then this is our columns. If after dictionary, what will I do? Index equal to 3 marks, means 3 this one. Okay, this is first row, this is second row, and this is third row. So 3 index label is required. So first maths, then science, then Hindi. Done. This is the data frame completed. Now call to the print command to display the data frame. So first now I am displaying, afterwards I will change it, adding a new row and column like that. So df1, run command. Okay, where we will save in the class 12th NCERT book. Here I will save. So df dot add, adding the data frame. Can you see here Arnav, Ramit, Riya, and 3 row label math, science and Hindi. Now what we will do? We will add a column. How we will add a column? Print command we will call later. df1, then directly column name. So column name Arnav, Ramit, Riya has given. So next we will call Preeti. df Preeti means data frame object column name equal to value. Value through the row label. So math, science, Hindi. Preeti's marks as given 89, 70, 89, 78, 76. Okay. So check it. Already Preeti's marks added, means new column has added. Now what we'll do? I told that through the LOC method also you can do it. df1 dot LOC, and I want to update the column. That is also possible. So first colon comma, then now write suppose Arnav. Okay, equal to what will do 70. This one update a column. Like this also we can use it. df1 Arnav, then equal to value, single value or multiple values. Look at Arnav marks already changed. So this is the what we have done. This is for add column. Next one, this is for update column. Clear? Now we will see adding a row. So df1 dot LOC, row name math, science, Hindi. We have 3 labels. So now we will put it another English. Okay, equal to English equal to what we'll do? Take some marks. Suppose now I am putting here single value 99. Now see, English will add with 99. Okay, English marks added in the last, English label added in the last. So like this we can add a row. I told that single value, otherwise whenever we are taking as a row, then what we can do it, exact length of the column. Length of the column, how many columns we have? Arnav, Ramit, Riya 3 and here Preeti 4. Okay, so 4 datas we require in the row label. Now if I put it in the list, okay, only 2 values. Now check it, what happened, because this is less values, less values from column label. Column label is more than. Now check it. I already told that it will generate the value error. Look at here. Already generate value error. Okay. Cannot set a row with mismatched column. Understood now? So, particular value is okay. Otherwise, exact length you will put it. Now we will see df1.loc. We want to update the maths marks. Maths equal to how many marks we required in the maths? Arnab marks, Ramit, Riya and Preeti, 4 marks. So 34, 90, 98, 100. Clear? Now through the LOC, if you will put it comma, colon, this is also correct syntax. Changed? Okay, maths marks has changed. Clear? No error. Now what you have learnt, this is adding row. This is update row. Now adding a row, adding a column, update a row, update a column, completed. Now what will check it? Delete. So delete how we can do? Through the drop function. So df1 equal to df1 dot drop. Okay, and here what will write? Column name or row name. So if I mention as a row name has what is given? Math, Science, Hindi and Math, Science, Hindi and English. Suppose I want to delete English, ENG, English. Okay, and this is the row, so that is why x is equal to 0. Clear? And then same df1 I call again I restore the value in the df1 only. So then what happened? It will update the df1. If you will write df2 and here df1 you call and print df2 you call. Just see, df1 are existing data frame, df2 after deleting means this statements after deleted the column it will store it row. After deleted a row it will store it in where? In the df2. Check it. Okay, see, this is our existing. Now English marks has removed, so this is our df2 data from here and this is our df1 data. Understood? So that is why extra variable is required whenever we have to call drop command. Okay, so like this we can delete a row. Now we will delete a column. df1 equal to df1 dot drop. Now if we'll write multiple columns, so multiple columns what is given? Arnav, Ramit, Riya and Preeti. Suppose I will delete Riya, then Arnav. Any random numbers you can take it, Riya and Arnav, and these two are which level? X is equal to 1. Okay, now see, we are deleting a row. This is, put it hashtag delete row delete columns, means multiple columns we are taking. If you will take single column, so then what will? No needed to write in the list. Check it here. Arnav and Ria, both marks is not available as the column label, and here English marks. So like this we can delete. Now what we will check it? Rename. So which one we can do as a rename? We have a, I think 2 columns, Ramit and Preeti, and 3 labels, math, science and Hindi. These ones we can do it. So we will call df1 dot rename. Then we will write row name. Row name, what is given? We deleted only English. So which one is left? Math, science, Hindi. Suppose I am taking here Hindi. Okay, and this one is also updating. So that's why what we required, variable is required, df1 equal to df1 dot rename. Then what we required, dictionary is required, because old name to new name. If you want to call a row label, if you want to rename, so maths has given maths to, what will do, M. Okay, M. Now another one, Hindi to H. To H. Done. Now afterwards put it as a column, comma. This is the row label we are doing. So X is equal to, what will write, index. X is equal to index. 2 to 3 times whenever you will practice it, then automatically you will remember everything. No needed to learn. So this is for row label. Look at here, maths M already renamed and Hindi as a H. Now if you want to, this is for here we will put it hashtag rename row. Clear? Now what we'll do, df1 equal to df1 dot rename. Now column label. And the column label, what we'll do, what the column name has given, which one we deleted? As a delete columns, Riya and Arnav. Riya and Arnav, when I deleted, then which one is left? Ramit and Preeti. Ramit and Preeti. So here we will write same format, old column name Ramit to R, comma, then Preeti. I am not giving, only one name I am giving. Okay, comma, X is equal to columns. Clear? This is rename hashtag rename column. Look it here. Okay, so whatever columns you left means you are not giving any new name, so then it will remain same, just like Preeti. Here row label also same. Science. So like this, what we have learned here, adding a column or update a column, adding a row, update a row, then delete a row, delete columns, then rename a row, rename a columns. This one we have seen. Now we will see another one, how to access the data how to access the data from data elements. Okay, look at here. Access the data through indexing. Access data frame elements through through indexing. Indexing has also two types. You know that. First one, which label? This one is already mentioned. Level index. This is called user defined index also. Means user is giving. Another one, which one? Positional index. Okay, you know that. Positional index. One more we will learn here, Boolean index. Boolean index just for checking the conditions. Now label index. So through the LOC command we can use it. Same format we will use it. Then what will do? Data frame dot LOC with the if you writing like this, then what happen? It will represent by default as a row name. Okay, so LOC command by default it will accept as a row name. For column name, whenever we call, put it as a colon comma column name. Okay, let's see. Same. First I will finish this one. So like this, just fetching the data. We can fetch it. LOC signs means LOC full form is location. Locations, which one? Signs one. So signs, whenever it is there in the data frame, that one you just display. That is why it's been display. Okay. When the row level is passed as an integer value means positional index. If you will take it, so like this also LOC2 also, because here data frame index is positional, but this one is also we can call it as a positional. So that times what will write ILOC. For label name you have written, so that times we will call through the LOC and the row name for accessing the data. But through the LOC also we can call, so that times what will do? ILOC integer location, then put it the value in the range, not in the any one. In the range we can call it through the slicing. For column, single column you want to fetch the data, so that times colon comma then column name. I have already told that this one for adding a column. Okay, adding a column, what we will change it? Just only here we will putting the value, but when we are accessing the data, no needed putting the value. Directly we will before the equal to whatever syntax is there, that one you should write. Now Boolean index, what happen? It will display true or false only. So this one we will check for conditions. Okay, maths marks is greater than 90 or not. So every places it will check it. Maths is a row label we are checking. So row label, when we will check it in the every column, it will check it earner marks is greater than 90 or not. If it is 90, more than 90, then it will come true, otherwise false. So like this you can check it, true and false. Now as a column label also you can check it. Now access data frame elements through slicing. How you can access the data frame? Through, look at here, this is the label index. Label index means in the range. Slicing always we are using within the range only, and it will display as a continuous data. Okay, so maths to science, it will display in between. If any another row is also there, then F1 also it will display, and this is the label index. So that is why ending row name or column name also will accept. If you will take it as a positional, just like 1 2 3, then what happen? It will take it only 1 and 2. 3 will not take it, because it will check for conditions, and then condition will 1 is less than 3, yes, true, then it will display 1. 2 is less than 3, yes, remember to the for loop. 3 is less than 3, no. So that is why 3 is not displaying. But what happened here? Maths to science, maths here it will accept less than equal to. Okay, so equal to is also mentioned, that's why in the label index it will display fully, last label also. If you want to fetch the data in the particular row with single column, means Arnab marks I want in the maths to science subject. So that times we can call. So this is the, remember that in the LOC row label range will come, then afterwards column label name will come. You cannot write it column label then afterwards row name. We cannot mention it. If you will do like this, then error will generate. Look at here, maths to science, Arnab to Samriddhi. If single, if you will take it in the not as a continuous order but multiple, so then in the list you should write. First you want to suppose display Samriddhi's marks, then afterwards Arnab. So that times in the list you mention another list, not in the same list. Here you have to open and then complete it, then another list you have to close. Look at here in the this one, the example. Okay, for any random order you want to display the column, but row in the range. Row is also, if you will do the same, you will do in the another list, mention it within the comma. Filtering row in datas. How you can filter a row? So if you don't want to call, if you want to check through the true false value as a row label, so then what you will do, mention it. This is the multiple value, so that is why we required as a double list. So double list, how many, now question is that how many true false you should write, how many your row label index is there. If row label index, just like here 3 is given, so 3 row label index is available, then you can mention it true false in the that number of time, same length. If you write in the lesser than, then what happen, again value error will generate. So but it will display only to the true part and omit to the false part. So that is why here one word is given, omit particular rows. Omit means one times it will remove it, one times only remove it, it will not display only to the true false. If you write false first, then afterward true, then also it will display only to the this row, true. Now come joining. Join the data frame. That one I just want to display through the program. I will show now. To go to the here, how we can access the data. Let just copy this data frame. Okay, this much only we will copy, only to the data frame. Go to the new file, done, print df1, clear. Now first we will save it. This one is also I will remove in the interactive mode. Now come, the name will give df dot access. Okay, data frame accessing. Already. Now I want to fetch the data of Arnab only. So what we will write? Print inside of the df1, what will write? Arnab. Okay. Done. Arnab marks came, maths, science and then Hindi. Look at here. Now this is the access the column. If we will put it here, df1 dot loc, then colon comma, then also it will display same access in. Okay, same, both are same. So like this we can access a column. Now if you want to access a row, then what will do? This one will remove it, Arnav also. Now we will put it as a suppose maths. Okay. Came maths 1, 9 Arnav marks, Ramit marks and Riyaz marks. Like this we can access a row. If you will call multiple row, maths comma Hindi, suppose Hindi. What happened? Key error generated. Okay. Double list because multiple value is there. Now let's check. Okay. Understood? So whenever multiple rows or multiple columns will take it, so that times you have to accept as a double list, because single list for one row and one column. So like this you can access a row and column. Now through the Boolean index, how you will check it? Another, this one put it as a hashtag, another print command will use it. Otherwise before print command also you just call to the suppose df2 equal to df1, and then df1 dot loc row name what will write? Suppose maths done greater than 90. Clear? Now come to the here, print df2 means we are checking that maths marks is greater than 90 or not. Okay. Arnab marks false because exactly 90, not greater than 90. That's why Ramit 92, yes, true, it is greater than. Riya less than 90, so that is why it will come false. So this is the Boolean also, like this you can use it. If tell me that if you will mention, I think you want to put it the value, so I think double bracket is required. Let me check. No, it's not taking. I also forget this one. Whenever if you want to access the value, so that times you have to mention like this. But not taking. Oh, df1, then afterwards, now it's will come correct. This one for conditioning and this one for displaying, so that's why. Not taking, index object do not match. Okay, we will try later this one. Through the LOC you want to access row, access the column, like this also we can do it. This is for Boolean we have checked. Now through the print command, this one we have to hashtag, otherwise it will come. Print command, first bracket, parenthesis bracket, then what will write? df1 dot loc. What we require? Range of rows. So what is the range of rows? Maths to science, maths to Hindi. Okay, it will mention maths to Hindi, maths colon Hindi, maths to Hindi. Then maths to Hindi, then it will access the data maths to Hindi. Look at here, maths to Hindi. Why? Oh, DF2 is not defined. Did you mean okay. Here, this one we have to remove this one. Okay. Now, if we'll put it as a column name, row name with the column range. So column name Arnav to Ramit. Then full data will come. Arnav to, I am writing Arnav to Ramit. Arnav to Ramit, and this is the this is the positional index. That's why it's accepting last data also. Ramit is also accepting. If we'll call through, this one is also, even we have taken as a label index, but this one we can call through the ILOC method also. Okay, so print df1 dot ILOC. Then maths to Hindi, if I want to display, so this is for 0 index, 1 index, 2 index. So 0 to 3 I will write. If I will write 0 to 2, let me check. 0 to 2. Okay, comma. Then we will mention this one, Arnav to Ramit, comma, Arnav to Ramit. Error. Why? Because I am using as a ILOC integer location. I am taking as a name as a what? Label index. That's why it is not accepted. So Arnav place will come 0, 1, 2. 0 and 1. 0, 2, 1. 1. Now run. Okay. Okay. 0 to 1. So only zeros value will taking. Arnav marks is taking. Here maths to science, because 0 to 2 I mentioned. Yes. 0, 1, 2. 2 will not accept because the positional index. So that is why it is taking only 0 and 1 marks, maths and science. Clear, children? So like this you can access the data. Now we will see another topic. This one you can check it, thus filtering the data, true false one. Now joining. Joining, merging and concatenation of data frame. Joining is what? Two data frames, whenever we'll merge it, it is called joining. Okay, so through the joining, which one? Dot append functions, we will use it to join the data frames. Remember that. Okay, so whatever data frame we will call, what is the syntax? df1 dot append means data frame object 1 dot append data frame object 2, means you have to create two data frames. Create two data frames and then you can append it, you can merge it. So whatever data frame, just like I have written here, first data frame. So first data frames, rows and columns will come, then afterwards second data frame, row label will add it in the last and column also will add it in the last. If both the data frames, any common column name is given, any so then what happened? It will write only to the 1 times, means it will display only to the 1, not as a 2 times. Okay, in the row label also same. If any, both the data frames, if any row is same, so then what happened? Already it will write to the first data frame. not write in the second time also. Look at here, this is the first data frame, this one. Now second data frame, look at here, what is written? Columns equal to C1, C2. Listen, columns, index, edges, these are called parameters. We cannot change the variable, remember that. So how many column name has written in the first data frame? D frame 1. D frame 1 has taken 3 columns. So C1, C2, C3. Clear? Index what is given? R1, R2, R3. Right here. R1, R2, R3. Okay. So in the first column and in the index 1, this is one list, means it will represent a one row, 1, 2, 3. Right here. 1, 2, 3. Second, what is given? 4, 5. Right? 4, 5. Nothing is given, means NaN, missing number. Then 3, what is given? Only 6. 6 right here. Right? NaN, NaN. This is our first data frame. Okay. Then second data frame, D frame 2. In the D frame 2, what is telling that? Column name has given C2, C5. Achha, this C2, C5, you just see here, C2 is already available. So C2 will not write twice, only one. Then C5, C5 is not mentioned. So C5 will add in the last. Now come to the index level, R4, R2, R5. R2 is already here. So we will write R4 and then R5. Okay. Now come in the R4, what is the value is given? 10, 20. 10, 20 where? C2 and C5. C2 places will come 10. C5 places will come 20. Okay. This one what happened? It will generate NaN. Now come R2. R2 is given only 30. 30 means which place? In the C2 place. So C2 place will come R2, this one. Okay. So this one will write 30. No, row will repeat it, because if it will take same, then where here 5 already given, where you will mention 30, we cannot update it. So that is why R4, then R2, R5, but column will generate C. Okay. So that's why what happened here, it will generate 30. Then NaN. Now come R5. R5 what is given? 40 and 50. 40, 50. Here NaN. Whenever we'll merge this table. Look at here. Okay. So R1, R2, R3. First data frame, then R4, R2, R5, second data frame. Like this. Row will come as a duplicate, but column will only, common one will display only once. So like this we can merge. I am showing here merging data only. Here NaN will come, here is also NaN will come. This is our data frame after appending, after joining these two data. So like this it will merge. Remember that, children. Okay. This one I told wrong, है ना? I told that in the row also will take in the one times, but it is wrong. So that is why whenever you will be check it, then you will understand it. See how we will put it, both the values together. So that's why row is different. Now if you will write sort equal to true, sort equal to true means what happened? It will sorting the data in column orders, column wise. Okay. Sort equal to false means unsorted order. Now ignore index. Ignore index, it is also one parameter. Sort is also a parameter. So ignore index, if you will write ignore index equal to true, then label index will change to the positional index. Positional index. If you will write ignore index equal to false, then what happen? If you will write false, then your label index will remain same, means as it is. Now attributes of data frames. This is the example has given. Dictionaries example, dictionary key with value dictionary of series. PD.series have mentioned means what? Dictionary of series. Dictionary of series. Okay. Dictionary of series, and then this one will convert to the data frame. So like this it will display. Now in this data frame, if you want to put it data frame object dot index, it will display only to the row label name. Data frame dot columns, it display only to the columns name. D types, each column data types will come. Each column data type will display. Why? Because each column data types will come different. Because suppose one column I have taken as a name, it will come to the string. One column I have taken as a roll number, it will come to the integer. So that is why column wise it will display. Now data frame dot values, whenever you will write, values will display in the list without row labels and column labels, only to the values will display. Now dot save will display in the tuples. In tuples, row total length of row and then total length of column. So first will display row, then afterwards column in the data frame. If you will call to the series, then what happen? It will come to the total number of rows only, because column is series, you know that only one. So that is why total number of columns. Suppose 4 comma, this is our series. If in the data frame will call, then 4, just like here 4 comma 3 in the tuple. Size, it will display total length of the data frame. So how we can calculate? Row into column. Whenever you will do it, then it will come 4 into 3, that's why 12. Okay, it will display the total length of the data frame. But in the series, because column is 1, 4 into 1, it will come 4. So shape, size, length, it will come to the same output in series, but in the data frame it will come different. Now T for transpose. T for transpose means row convert to the column and column convert to the row. Now head and tail. Head means heading through. Head means what? In the upper part. So that is why from the starting it will display. Starting by default head value is what? 5. So from the starting 5 value. When if you will not mention any head end value, if you mentioned head end value, suppose 3, so then 3 value will display. Tail is also, tail means last. So that is why from the last it will generate the output. If end value is given, suppose 3, so then last 3 value will display. If not mentioned, then all the 5 values will display. Now dot empty. Okay, empty. Then what happen? It will check the data frame. It is empty or not. Just like this one. Is it empty? No. So then it will generate as a false. If you create any data frame, then what happen? It will generate, it will tell that true. So whenever empty command we will check it, it will generate the output true or false only. Clear, children? But just like you see that in this one, how many columns I have? 3 rows. 3 rows. 3 rows? Yes. So these 3 rows, whenever if I will write head also, then it will take only to the 3 values. Okay, just like we'll see again. I'll put it as a multiple. multiple comment line. Now see, if I call print command df1 dot head, I am not passing any value. Okay, now print command df1 dot tell. Clear? So I am not passing any end values. Now see, wait, I am deleting this interactive mode. Now we will see. Head and tail both will come similar. Why? Because we do not have a 5 rows. So then what happened? From the starting also it will take 3. From the last also it will take 3 only. Clear? If you are passing the value, suppose head 1 and tail 2. Now you can see the difference. Head 1 means from the starting only this one, maths 1. Now tail 2 from the last, but it will display from the starting also, science and Hindi. Clear? So now we have seen this one. Now we will see import and export data between CSV files and data frame. Now listen, import means bring the data from outside. Outside means what? Whenever we are talking about in these systems, means pandas, so means application software, another application softwares, we will bring the data. So this is called import. Export means bring the data where? Pandas to, we will bring the data from other application software to pandas. Now export. Export means what? Pandas data frame we will send to other application software. Okay, this time we are using CSV file format. It is a file format. Okay, text file format. CSV stands for comma separated value. Comma separated value means by default delimiter is comma, every value separated by comma by default. This delimiter, this is called delimiter. You can use it as a semicolon also, even you can add the red also, any other symbols. So understand, import and export. Look at here, separator has given with the comma, by default it is comma, you can change it in the header. I will show it, read CSV. So whenever we import the file, that times we have to call which function? Read CSV. Okay, separator, sep is a parameters, and this separator we can use it comma, semicolon, tab or any other special characters. Comma by default it will accept it. Okay, and then another parameters, attributes you can use it. Now header, if you will mention, so specify the number of the rows whose values are to be used as the column names. Whenever header you will mention that one will come to as a header name, as a column name, then afterwards another whatever values are there in the just below, that one will display. So whenever read CSV we will call, that times we need a path. This is called path, means link of the application, that software address. Okay, names, if you want to change then you can change the name, otherwise leave it. Now export, which function will call? To CSV. So that times here we will generate a path, then save it in the data frame to the text or CSV file format. We will save it, and then afterwards we can open it any other application software. Now I will explain this part, then afterwards I will show it in the import and export CSV file. Pandas series versus numpy and arrays. Pandas support non-unique index values. Non-unique index value means duplicate data also will accept it. Whenever two data frame, index levels, two series, whenever we are adding that, so that times duplicate index accept it. Otherwise single series it will not accept it. If you will take it, then what happen? It will update the data. Now basic difference between series and array is that operation between series automatically align the data based on the label. Yes, through the indexing labels only it will perform the operation, basic operator. Otherwise it will give us a and values in the series also, data frame also. Okay, all the series involved have the same label or not. Now come an operation between unaligned series, whereas the corresponding labels of the series are not in the same order. Whenever it is unaligned means your index level is not matched, so that times. Okay, if a label is not found, then what happen? It will generate as a NaN, missing values. But in the numpy array, no NaN will generate. Data alignment grants immense freedom and flexibility in interactive data analysis and decisions. Yes, here too much flexibility is there. So that is why Pandas is very famous for scientific and analysis use. Not only for class 12, wherever you will go and take as a data science and AI, so that times you can see that how you can analysis the data, that times you will use it as a Pandas only. Now come Pandas series and numpy arrays. In series we can define our own label index to access elements. Already we have seen, okay, how to access the data through the label index. Where is access one? This one. Okay, look at here, match to Hindi. Okay, now 0 to 2. So like this we can access the data through the own label index. But numpy array can access by their integer position using numbers only. That means here only it is accepting positional index. So positional index starts from 0 onwards. Okay, and that's why starts with 0. For the first element index is fixed. Positional index is always fixed. But here the elements can be indexed in descending order also. Means what happened? 5, 3, 1 also we can take it as an index value in the series. If two series are not aligned, yes, then NaN or missing value are generated. Yes, whenever two series are not aligned, means index value is not matched, whenever we will perform the basic mathematical operation, so that times NaN will generate. But here no concept of NaN values. If there are no matching values in arrays, alignment fails. Now series requires more memory, numpy requires less memory. How? You will see. Series, you know that in the index wise it will display. Okay, suppose 0 index 4, 1 index 3, 2 index suppose 45. So look at here, in the particular index one value is there, so every value are in the different places. So that's why memory is occupies more whenever we'll compare to numpy. And numpy is using array will keep all the data in one place, so that is why here it is required less memory. Clear? Now we will see import CSV and export CSV through the Python program. Again, first we will see, I will copy this one. Again I required new file. Okay, now this is the data frame, so we'll write export CSV file. We'll see this one later. First again we'll go to the new file, hashtag import CSV file. How we can import? First you write import pandas as PD. Done. Now what you will do, import pandas as PD. Now go to the MS Excel, here, now write some column and rows data. Suppose first one I will write roll number. Okay, next name, class. Clear? Roll number, name, class. Now roll number places I will mention 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. Now come name, A, B, C, D, then E. Class 12th, 11th, 12th, 11, then 11. Done. Now we have to save this file. Save as, go to the save as, any places. I'm going to the computer. I have the folder NCERT book class 12 IP. Here I will go. Here I will mention, look at here, save as type. This type places you will go to the CSV comma delimited, this one, this option you will choose. Now here you should write, just like look at here, I have 4 files till so then another unique name I will mention, CSV, suppose 5, CSV 5, it's caps lock, CSV 5. Clear? This one is important, save as type. Now save it. Done. Do you want to keep using that format? Yes. Means this Excel sheet you want to change to the CSV format? Yes. Now done. Now you will go to the file manager. Now file manager, this PC, I have keep this data where in the 12th NCERT book, CSV file. Now we have to copy the path. So whenever we will copy the path, we have 2 methods. First you will go to the right click, then properties options, locate here, location place. This one you can select it and then copy it. Okay. Otherwise you will click it, right click, then go to the copy command, copy, done. Now you will come here, import pandas as PD, press the enter key. Now C1 equal to PD dot, what is the function? Read CSV. Okay, in the read CSV, within the inverted comma you should mention your file name. This is too much lengthy, then also it will display, but this one I'll remove it. Done. Now press the enter key, call to the print command. C1 PD dot read CSV means we are fetching the data. And how? Just only this one, file name we will write it. How? Whenever, look at, again see the folder name, class 12th IP NCERT book. So here I will save it, my Python file also, read CSV 2. Okay, roll number, name, class. So Excel sheet we are fetching where? In the data frame. So through the read CSV with the path come here. So listen, this is called relative path. Okay, relative path, and lengthy one is called full address, called absolute path. So this one you understand, read CSV. Now we will see in the to CSV, export the, this one I close it just. Now come here. What is export CSV file? This is our data frame. So this data frame will convert to the another. So now here we will write C2 equal to df1 object, data frame object dot to CSV. Done. Now you write the file name. This one means this one data, this data frame data we are sending to another location. So that times we will write in the quotation. You can see that here my file places. What are the name? CSV 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. CSV 6 is not available. Whatever file name is not available, that one you should mention. Otherwise, that data will update it. So here I will write CSV 6 dot CSV. This extension file is required. Print C2. Done. Now again this file also, this Python file also I will save in the same folder. To CSV 3. What is displaying? None, because we are export the data, we are not fetching the data, and we, okay, so that is why. So this file we will see, look at here, CSV 6k. Now just like suppose I closed this Excel file first. CSV file I already saved, huh? Yes. Don't save. Now comes CSV 6. Now look at here, open with, go to the, suppose first Excel. Came Arnav, Ramit, Riyas, Math, Science, Hindi, came this data. So this is the benefits of CSV file. Now I have opened in the Excel file. Now again you will go right click, open with, it will go to the notepad. Look at here, this data, this is for our notepad data. Okay, it's came with the comma, every row wise it will display. Now if you will go choose another, more apps, depends on your systems, it will display many things. Look at here, Paint, Windows Media Player, Word, WordPad. Suppose I want to display in Word. Open a read only copy. Yes. Look it. Here also came same. Clear, children? So what you understand, to CSV and read CSV. What you understand that? Whenever CSV file format is there, CSV stands for comma delimited, comma separated value, it stands for. We'll see here. Look at the separator, @ has mentioned, so @ will come, comma places. By default it will take as a comma, otherwise you can use it any special character. Now we will see header also. Okay, so CSV file format is the benefits whenever any application software, any text file application software you will open it, every places it will display to the same format. Now we will see in the export one, this one import na, in the export one, then I can show you to CS read CSV2. This one, if I mention here header equal to 0, then also it will display same because heading is this one only. Okay, if we'll put header as a 1 or 2, suppose I put header 2, now run it. Header 2 means one header, second header, this one 2B11, this one will come as a header, and whatever data is left, whatever data is remaining, this one will display. So header value, whatever you have written, remember that this one for 0 header. Okay, by default it will accept 0 header. If you will mention any other headers just like 1, so this one will becomes as a header, and these data will display as a values. So clear, children? Then also if you have any doubt, so then kindly write the message in the comment section. Today I try to take many times in the live session, 2 times afterwards even I recorded, that one is also come to the wrong, so that's why again now I recorded in the full day today. In this sessions I recorded in the many times, then now finally it's done. So thank you very much for watching this video.